Hello.
Hi.
오랜만입니다.
그러게.
Well, we are 2 episodes behind because I've not posted it. So 그거 오늘 꼭 해야 되겠네, you know? But we must continue to record, right?
We must. What is
Yeah.
the phrase? We must.
Come back home.
No.
그거 아니었어?
그거 아니었어. It's like a war terminology. We must not
Prevail?
proceed. Prevail. We must prevail. 맞아. Wow. 괜찮은데?
어디서 주소 와가지고 들어와가지고.
그래도.
Anyways, thanks everyone for tuning in.
Hi everybody.
Yeah, wow, your voice is like so deep.
But it's because it's 5 a.m. And I don't know why I'm like losing my voice again. And I've not
You've been meeting
singing.
a lot of people. You've been meeting a
I
lot
have.
of people. A lot
That's
of
true.
talking.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And remember, talking does that to you rather than singing.
맞아.
You're just meant to be a singer, not a talker.
Wow.
You know?
Are you telling me to
That's
shut
like
up?
that's kind of like a compliment. You know what I mean?
Oh. 그런 거야?
So I've been lagging on posting, guys, but there's 2 episodes I'm going to post, and then we're just going to keep going. So we know we're late, but you may not realize how late our timeline is, like when we are recording and when we're posting, but it's okay, right? It's been a lot going on for when I was PMSing hard. Such a hard part of my life.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
I honestly think, Jihye, you're the only person that doesn't understand.
What are you talking about?
Every woman PMSs and has these like hormonal fluctuations and
Wait,
is
so
impacted
can you expound
by
on
their
that? Like,
cycle.
what does that mean? Like, are you mad,
So,
angry,
like-
sad?
So right before I get my period, which for some reason, this period of time, it feels like it's getting longer and longer as I age, which is messed up, okay? So it's about like a week before where 미친년 comes in. She's a whole person. I want to name her. Basically, I just feel 가만히 있잖아. I'm just sitting. Like nobody is bothering me, right? And I just want to pick a fight. And like the air, let's say like the wind blows and it blew too strong. I want to pick a fight with the wind. You know?
Oh,
그냥 건들지 마. It's like basically how I feel. And then I feel like more hot and more cold fast. Like that doesn't grammatically make sense. But I'm like very like heat sensitive, cold sensitive. And I feel like there's like a cloud over me that is painting a negative picture of everything.
okay. I think
Like-
I understand.
Yeah. Do you ever get that?
But I'm always like that.
No, you're not
just
though. You're
joking.
like
I'm
positive.
not.
Yeah.
I'm very positive.
Like, but
Yeah.
literally, I feel like everybody, like almost every woman, but you don't get that, which is a blessing. Maybe your body is just, well-oiled running machine and you're not affected by these fluctuations. But I'm like, I mean, remember, I was on the pill to control this 미친년 inside me.
Really,
And I
that
just
helps
felt
with
like-
your control
Yeah,
of your.
absolutely. And there's certain pills that help more. Certain pills, I was like, doc, it's not helping. She's like, oh, let me check. Oh, yeah, it's because, like, why don't you try this one? Let me get you on this one. And I was like, that did it. She's under control. Like, I just know. But then I felt like there were years of, I mean, this could be controversial, but, I feel like women in our 40s, we're going into mid 40s, heading towards 50s, and menopause, premenopause is like coming, right? I'm hearing about it a lot, and I feel like the previous generation. Oh my god, this is a whole topic, girl. We should invite my sister-in-law because we need like someone on the medicine side. I don't know.
Let's do it. Let's do it next time
It could be
for
a
sure.
controversial topic, because I think that like our mom's generation, they just plowed through menopause with no help, meaning no hormonal something replacement. It's called HRT, right? Hormonal replacement therapy, right? That help reduce that crazy hormonal fluctuation that we are feeling. And some people might be like, "Oh, that's not good. You got to go natural." Like that's up to you, girl. But there was a moment where I was taking pills again, not to prevent pregnancy because I was done having kids, but to control this michinyan that comes visits me once a month. Let's call her Ursula. Literally,
Wow.
she's dark. She's a dark bad bee, But I was like, what if I don't know that like menopause is coming because I've been on a pill for so long? So I was like, you know what? Let's just get off of it, deal with it, Michinyan, kind of like get used to my natural cycle of like what different feelings I get, fluctuations, what happens to my body, and all that. That way, I'm more in tune with when changes happen. She wasn't really like agreeing it, and she's a GYN, like she's a hardcore surgeon in like women's health. But she was like, "Hey, to each your own, right?" But she was saying like there's more and more people that are getting HRTs prescribed, and she's all for it. But they monitor it. She was like, one person she had to be like, that's too much. We're gonna lower the dose." But as she said, most people, it's like, why plow through it when now there's science and things that have been created to help you along. But I wonder what menopause would look like for you, Jihye.
As much as I'm a all or nothing, when it comes to these types of things,
Yeah.
pretty even keel.
Oh, yeah. How come your lips look so like juicy? It looks like you got like filler done.
It's called my face is bloated, and it includes my lips.
No, 장난 아니야. It's like that bottom lip be popping. Yeah, it looks good.
Thank you.
Anyways, so that's what PMS looks like.
Good.
So there's been a lot going on, right? More importantly, forget about me. What's going on with you, girl? What's happening in the next couple of days?
Yeah, next couple of days, getting admitted to the hospital at 연세 Severance. 얘는 또 왜 이래? 네가 왜 그러냐? And then Monday, scheduled for living donor liver transplant.
You're giving your
And,
liver to your mama.
Yeah, my mom. And so yesterday is interesting. I got to finally meet the surgeon. A lot of questions were answered, including a finality of me not being able to get a tummy tuck while he's down there cutting me up. And
I love that you've asked like at least 3 times.
you know what? I just wanted confirmation from the source himself. And then I did ask when I could have my first drink because in a month it's my 42nd birthday. And we're going to go on a boat, even though some people may be heavily
Boats and
seasick,
hoes.
but it's okay. I'm really excited for it actually. But anyway, he said after a month, maybe social drinking is possible. So it's very good news. Very good.
How's
good
it
news.
been? How's life been being like 6 months completely sober? Like minus 1 or 2 drinks. Literally, you had like maybe like 3 drinks your whole. How
Yeah.
has that been?
It's been a struggle. I've never been like a heavy drinker. I just love the 분위기 and
분위기.
environment, and I love how it unwinds me just a tad, and it lets me be
Yeah.
a little bit freer because I love being free. But I think because I have a lot of things going on in my head, it just loosens me up, and that's the thing that I miss. Also, when we go out, like I just went out yesterday with a friend, and it's so weird because there's nothing to do at night. I'm like, where should we go? I don't want to go to a cafe. I don't want to eat anymore. And it's just a really sad situation. And then I don't even like cocktails, but I've been drinking mocktails.
I know.
Just for the puniki's sake. And it's just all like sweet, not good drinks, I don't even like juice, so.
It's just calories and no effects of the alcohol.
Yes. So then I've been trying to meet people more during the daytime, like for coffee, which wires me up even more. So I do miss it. I do miss the 분위기. I don't like it when people are like, they're thinking about me, so they're like trying to 맞춰줘 me. 난 그게 또 너무 싫어.
So like they
그래서,
won't drink either.
no, they will drink.
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean that 맞춰줘 you?
Like they will try not to go out to go drinking. They'll try to figure something else out to do. Or
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't like that.
It's always when you're not allowed to do something that you miss it. Not
Like
to
you
turn
not being
this
able to drink
about.
coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, 나 죽을 것 같아. Oh my gosh. For those who don't know, I took this class, and the class was like, in order for you to understand how hard it is for addicts to kick off an addictive behavior, if you're a coffee drinker, why don't you try not drinking coffee like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we'll meet Saturday. It's like a biblical counseling class. I don't like drink a lot of coffee. Like you drink a lot of coffee. I'm not like, oh, first thing I gotta have caffeine. 뭐 먹어?
Halls.
So then I went like day one, and yesterday 머리 깨진 줄 알았어. And I had to take a nap. I like picked up the kids, and I just cranked that up, out. Today, still such a bad headache, and I had breakfast with some people, and they were like, what's wrong with your energy? Like, I'm like, I'm so tired. And they're like, you need to get back on coffee, I still have Friday and then Saturday.
Good luck.
And then I like your mocktail, I had a caffeine-free tea. It was just sugar. And
somebody's gonna make a lot of money with better alternatives, right? Like there has to be, because a lot of people are not drinking as much. A lot of people are like trying to cut coffee and be healthier. But it just maybe I just don't know the options, and maybe people that don't, they do know. But for me, man, it's like slim pickings out there.
no, like, okay, so I noticed a lot of people are getting really, really healthy. Like completely cutting out alcohol, completely cutting out caffeine. A lot of people are getting into drinking non-alcoholic beer. Like, what is the point of that? I asked
don't
because
know.
I don't think beer tastes great.
It is so good. What are you talking about?
So you would understand if you're like, I mean, this sounds bad, but it's truly like I only drink to get buzzed. Right? Because you want to feel the effects a little bit. Like it's not to get drunk. It's just to like, 알딸딸, right? Mm-hmm. But like, why would I be consuming more calories in my life if this thing is just for the taste?
No, there is a taste element to it for sure. I love it.
Would it be the same with like non-alcoholic soju, or is it specifically beer?
Oh, interesting. Like, would I drink non-alcoholic soju? No.
Yeah. So is it just beer? Is it the that?
Beer is the refreshment.
It's hard to say like, oh, everybody getting super healthy is like a bad thing. Like that makes me sound very unhealthy. But I'm also like, you only live once. Just kind of like everything in moderation.
Right.
But is that a bad way of thinking about it? Because I've seen people like young people, like back in the day, my interns, like none of them were coffee drinkers. And I was shocked because like art school, designer, coffee. Like there's no other, that equals coffee. But then they're like, oh no, just want sometimes when I'm tired, I just drink like some tea. I'm like, every day? So it's very different. I hate it. I hate that.
I think there's an element of like habit formation too, right? Like I never used to drink coffee until like the past 3-4 years. Never drank coffee. Now it's like 너무, I love that feeling of that 분위기 of drinking something hot, waking up in the morning. Just 그냥 I like that not even the routine.
Stop
it's
talking
just that,
about it. You're like, I'm having
미안해.
withdrawal
맞아.
symptoms right now.
맞아, 미안해.
I'm like this. Tell me more. Describe it to me. Uh, anyways, I hope to be there at your first drink, Jihye.
I hope so
We'll
too.
see. We'll see. Where's your mind then with your surgery? This is a big deal surgery. I saw the surgery details.
I think for me, I'm just wired a little differently than a lot of people. A lot is happening that I didn't foresee that's impacting actually how I feel. So it's not the actual surgery on myself that is bothersome or stressful or whatever. But my first daughter, I think she's having a hard time because it's back to back with Katie's situation with HSP. And then it's not just me going down, it's like her grandma, right? My mom. And I know that there's a lot of things that we're saying to say, hey, everything's going to be okay. It is a high risk, but it's not high risk compared to a lot of other procedures. And there's a lot of comfort because I'm just donating. There's not like connecting that my mom has to be doing. So my surgery is going to take, 7:30 to 12 p.m. ish. But my mom is going all the way to like 5 p.m., almost like 10 hours. So, she's having a hard time, I think, but she won't let me know. She kind of reached out to her teacher and like kind of broke down. So I had a call with the teacher.
What's a
I think
teacher?
my dad's having, her teacher, her fourth grade teacher, was there seeing her cry. And so her teacher was telling me that this was happening.
So
and just to
for
be
some
aware.
reason, I thought you were saying your mom reached out to her teacher. I was like, your mom's a student?
No.
미안해.
Wow. You need coffee.
진짜.
아니야. 잘하고 있어.
집중해.
And then my dad's having a hard time too, I think. So it's hard to see him go through that. So I've been trying to encourage him to stay with us while this is all going down. I do think that it's like a good time for me to be in Korea. There's a reason why I'm here. And if I wasn't here, I don't know, it would have been chaos if I was in the States trying to figure this all out. So because of that one reason, I'm so grateful. Like that I could be here. I could facilitate the conversations, make light of it. So that's kind of, where I'm at with the whole process. And the surgeon was so funny. He was like, hey, I'm just letting you know. The surgery is supposed to be in August. But somehow you got a date in May. And maybe that wasn't good enough for you. Because somehow somebody pushed it up to April. So I was like, I've got places to go, things to do.
Can you imagine if it was like the original date?
I can't. So anyway, he was just like, 좀 대단한데요? And I was like, because my mom is like high risk, but not like high risk, compared to, again, other people. I think there was a lot of good people that were like pushing on their end for me. And it's always funny because everybody's asking, oh, is your mom doing so horribly? Like, is she okay? And I'm like, yeah, she's fine. It's just more me. I need to live my life. And so let's 앞당겨.
But you downplaying the situation, but yeah, glass half full, So that's what I'll say,
Yeah.
Are you 금명이 in your family? In talking about
누구지?
tangerines.
I know.
첫째
금명이가
딸,
누구지?
the IU, the young IU, the new IU.
그런 거 같아. Is that what you've been thinking? Like you've been trying to put tangerine.
So I just for the first time thought, oh, you're 첫째 딸 with a 막내 동생. But
아니야,
is your mom 문학 소녀? 애순이.
아니야. Actually, when I was watching that, I didn't really connect with any of them that much, to be honest. And I mean, I liked it, but for me, it felt really like, my biggest thing is freedom. And I know that, the daughter was all about freedom too and like trying to do what she wanted to do.
And she didn't.
everybody ended up not really doing and
Yeah.
being. And it got me really, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I think it boiled down to like this heaviness that people have to live lives that aren't as
I
free
hate
because
it.
of, I know, but it brought like realistic perspective to me that even though we may be preaching in UmmaNola to live your best life or
Yeah.
do this, and I may have more of a luxury to do that,
Mm.
but you can't force it. Like you can't force it, and it really opened my eyes to understand a little bit more. But 너무 this is a very strong word, but 답답해 for me, because I was like,
Totally.
I'm like a problem solver, so it's like 그러면은 치워, like don't like but it's not as easy as that, and
Yeah.
there's other ways in which like even the mom and dad, she's filled by her husband's love, like
Mm.
so even though it wasn't like 공부 side or but
Mm-hmm.
one thing is like you all strive to do what you were supposed to do. So like the fact that she was able to write poetry and make a book at the end was like that in itself was self-satisfying, but up until then it was very hard to watch for me because of the trappedness that I kept feeling with everybody's lives. And I'm like,
Like,
anyway.
I, I mean, it's funny because what you're saying, because John was saying this about Mellow Movie when it ended, because it was so good. But when it ended, John was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that's over. I feel like I could finally breathe." I was like, "Me too," because it's like one of those you're holding on to, at the end. And then this one was even more like I I just wanted to get it over. I mean, I stalled in watching that final episode for 6 days because I just could not handle it. And I finally watched it. And I'm not even like that emotional about it. You know me, like I cry a lot
Mm,
more in real life. But yeah, I think for me, I just had like a detachment about it. And if anything, I realized I got a lot of family issues to face. you know, I was just like, it kind of made me like a little bitter, kind of made me a little 짜증나, just 답답해 all around, and like, I mean, sometimes you just see Esun and Kwanshik's marriage. I mean, like, I'm not thinking about it as in like me and John necessarily. I'm thinking about it like as like a child. Like, did I have those kind of parent examples? And like, no, I didn't. But it's not to say I don't appreciate them. It's just there's a different kind of unresolved feeling in there that I'm just like, oh no, you're not coming out right now. Like, come on, so you know. I feel like I mean maybe that's what it was with everyone for everyone because I was telling John I was like I don't relate to it. My parents were not like that, so it makes me kind of judging that. He was like, no one's parents are like that, and that's okay. But it's that even for Kumyoung, there were like imperfect moments from her perspective, but it's that they were trying their best, like you're saying. But I'm like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Anyways, it was really good, but I don't want to watch it again. Is how I feel
no,
about it.
no, absolutely not.
Did you watch
Absolutely
that
not.
like 1.5 speed?
I did. Otherwise, I would have even died more. Like, there's no way. It was all
So
kind of slow to begin with.
for those who don't know this about Jihye, she watches and listens to everything in like 1.5 speed. The slowest. That's the
Two,
slowest.
like,
Yeah, two is so fast. And I was
like,
like, there's no way you do this because I knew she did this with like podcasts, but you do it with like intense dramas. I'm like, I don't know. 짧고 굵게.
but I don't know. I think all to say is everybody doing their best. And I don't know. It just left me hanging a little bit, to be honest. But
Yeah, I don't like that feeling. I don't like this whole
yeah,
feeling. It's like
it's just real life. Real life is hard. I think
it
that's what
is.
it's getting at. Like
Adulting
in
is
any
hard.
drama,
Adulting is hard. Oh,
adulting.
싫어.
맞아, that's what it is. Adulting. Anyway,
Ugh.
as a friend, how are you going through my surgery? I'm curious.
Oh yeah. Um, I wish I was there because I think I'm much better in of a friend in person. I think people have different gifts, and like the things that I could do from a long distance, I feel like are not really my gifts. Like
Same.
gift giving, or I'm no, you are very like you're always surprising people, or quality time. Like it's hard. I cannot do any of those things, so it's really hard. And I think, I mean, this is selfish of me, but that's why I was asking you. I was like, hey, who could I call to get updates on the surgery? I'm like, can I text David? Who's gonna know? Because it's like you're my main channel of communication, but I know you'll be like not even near a phone, and I'll just be like, hello. So then David will get the honor of getting bugged by me. So yeah, I mean, I feel a little bit like 답답해 in that I can't be there for you. And what I would do is I would just, it's nothing crazy, but I would just daily visit. Daily visit, make you laugh, and like keep your mind, and tell you what's going on in the outside world, give you some gossip. Like, yo, let me tell you what's happening. Da-da-da, da-da-da, and then da-da-da, da-da-da. Can you believe that? 그게 얼마나 재밌어, Anyways. So, yeah, so there's a feeling where I don't know, even post-surgery, I know that'll be the hardest time. I just feel like this is like, again, kind of comes back to this like distaste to adulting and responsibilities. Because I think that if I was a free bird, right, it just, of course I'd be there, But I'm trying to be wise about when you're telling me to come, at the least, So yeah, I think that's kind of how I feel. And then, I watched the surgery. For those of you guys who don't know, Jihye's other company, her previous company of 10 years, it's called Giblive, and it's like Netflix for surgeries. And you guys had some real badass content, and one of them was this liver donor transplant surgery. And like, I love watching surgeries. I watched that. I was like, oh, the part where they're connecting the arteries looks kind of intense. And they're splitting it, Yeah. But yeah, I wish I was there, because I think that I'm not really good at like big moments. It's making me emotional.
아니 왜?
참아야 돼. 참아야 돼. Like, I'm not really, strong at bringing big moments, but I feel like my strength as a friend is in the everyday little moments, and I feel like it's kind of sad that you're going through this gigantic surgery and I can't like show up in the little things, but we got cacao. We got cacao, 카톡. But yeah, just hopefully all goes well, and especially for your mom, Yeah.
By the way, I think Kakao is throttling us now because we use
like
it so much.
Glitchy.
They know that we're probably spending
Like,
too much of their money.
people have no idea how hard it is to maintain this friendship with a 10-second delay.
Like they're doing it just to us.
Yeah. Look at these unlimited data use. Like, clog it up, But yeah, that's that. 요즘에 재미는 별로 없어.
재미가 없어요. I realized I know what tattoo I want. It has to be on my body.
A liver?
It's gonna say Chemi. Yeah, that's gonna say Chemi. I love Chemi so much. Whatever form it comes into.
Oh my god, you know what? Like, you know what I just thought? I was like, 재미하면 it's too like kind of 촌스러. So I was like, oh, you should just do like initial, but then I realized that could also be Jimin. So that's kind of not that was not the intent of where. Good thing I had some quick thinking before I said something. But you should do it in the script thing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you to design it for me. Thank you, and then
Oh
I'm gonna
hell
go get it.
no,
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
Ah.
Just I really want one.
Where are you gonna get it?
Kind of want to like somewhere around the nicer parts of my body, which is
You
like my
truly
limbs.
are like the brand of UmmaNola.
What do you mean?
Because UmmaNola is like Chemi.
Yeah, if we could rebrand and go back, I would love it to be called Omma Jemi, or like because anything
Omma
gem,
Jams.
Omma Gem, because no
Oh,
gem,
like
so
our friends
gem.
Cool Jam, Honey Jam. That's such a
Oh
cute
yeah,
name.
yeah.
That's like
But I
such
think
a cute name.
there is there 꿀, but 원래 잠이잖아, 꿀잠.
There,
그래서 잼인 거 아니야?
no, jam. 재미, jam.
They're 잼이 too.
꿀잼.
아,
꿀잼이 잠이 아니야. 그건 꿀잠이고, 꿀잼은 is like, 이거 강추, 이거 꿀잼. 진짜 재밌어. That's what it is.
오, 나
So it's the
몰랐어
spirit of
여태까지.
what you want.
You know why? It's because they're always in their pajamas. So I was like, oh, it's right before they go to sleep. So
Oh,
꿀잠.
no. I don't think so. We could check with Janice,
We do have to check with
Janice
her.
and Jess, yeah.
Oh. But yeah, Chemi is definitely like, I love that word. No gem.
I should
so
put
gem.
no gem. I should put no gem.
Why are you saying like you're no gem? 이게 무슨 말
Sometimes
하는
I'm
거야?
no gem. Sometimes.
뭐가
Like
더
when
sometimes
Ursula
이야?
is here, I'm no jams.
아니, no gem도 아니고 그냥 run away야, run away. Like, everybody gotta run away.
Avoid at all costs. Oh, I see. Well, when she get a tattoo, is it gonna be like a 42nd birthday? Do you have to have a like clearance from doc? Risk
I
of
don't know.
infection?
몰라, 그냥 사는 거지 뭐. 그러면
여기다
죽겠어.
해. Jams. Don't say 죽겠어. Don't even say it.
아, 웃겨.
어딜 감히.
하여튼간. Man, this is the last episode before I'll see you at the other side, huh? Everybody.
Would you rather, as in your marriage, like, would you rather die first or would you rather be a widow first? I already know your answer. I'm just asking it for the common good.
I would rather die first. 너는? 너는 아니지.
I don't know. It's so stupid because like the thoughts that come up when you think about each scenario, it reveals to me what a like selfish person I am. Because I'm like, if I'm drawing up a chart, I'm like, if I died first, will everyone have so much fun without me? I'm like, will they have so much FOMO? Will John remarry? Cause then I'll come back as like a haunted ghost. I'll be like,
You're so ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're so ridiculous.
So many things, Like, will the new wife be like more beautiful than me? Because that's not allowed.
That is what you're thinking about?
Yeah,
That is what you're
absolutely.
thinking about.
I'll
Oh
be
my-
jealous even from my grave, right? But then and then the other scenario, I'm like, if I were to be widowed first, I think I may just like fall into a deep depression and become like a blob. John does so much for the house.
Same.
I'll just,
I'll die somehow anyway because I don't know how to do stuff.
yeah, exactly. Like something will like there'll be a fire and like something, or I'll just be like so lonely.
I don't think the loneliness is gonna be the issue because I will somehow round up all the widows and we're gonna have some fun
I mean, that
times.
is true,
Uh-huh,
and I think
yeah.
women have that like ability to
맞아.
kind of lean on community harder,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we kind of know what we need when
Yeah.
we're in distraught, and
Yeah.
hopefully we do, because I mean, again, I don't know, like we don't know, we're not in that situation, right? Who knows? But just in concept,
Maybe we can do like a UmmaNola commune for all the widows out there. That would be
그게
so fun.
타이밍이 맞아야 돼. So and then that becomes like a weird conversation. Because how do you time that? So maybe we shouldn't talk about this anymore.
Okay.
I don't know, but
So funny.
yeah. I also wonder, this is like such a weird thing. I also wonder like what happens with if you're widowed, what happens with like your relationship with the in-laws? Because I'm really close to my in-laws. I mean, obviously, like this is all hypothetical, and I don't want to ever imagine
No,
any of
absolutely
this.
not. No, no,
I
no.
told John, I was like, I want to die like Titanic, but not like actually in the Titanic, but like we hug each other and we go, okay, 3, 2, 1, see you on the other side, and then like and then we see each other in heaven.
No, in-law, just to answer that question, I think it's really dependent on how you've cultivated that relationship because it's now your own relationship, right? So I don't.
Yeah.
I think it'll still be strong. You know.
What's the first thing you want to do when you are recovered?
I want to travel. I want to go to Europe. I really want to go to Europe.
Ooh.
But I know that's gonna be a little bit longer. I want to do a solo trip. I just like want to explore and experience, and yeah, that would be my biggest. That's why the other thing that I asked the surgeon was like, when's the earliest I can get on a plane?
Where
And,
would you do a solo trip?
I was talking to some people, but like, I get confused with Greenland and Iceland, but somewhere there, because it's so beautiful, hiking everywhere. And it's pretty safe. And
But
you get
what
out
if
of your
you
mind.
like break your little teeny skinny ankles?
그럼 뭐, somehow everything just works out. I'm not sure how, but it'll be okay.
It's your life.
아니면 그냥 집에 오는 거지 그러면. But I think that would be really really fun. New Zealand, 그런 beautiful한 그냥 이쁜 거.
Are you very street smart?
I am actually, of course.
What did you just say? Absolutely.
So I've been meeting like some people here and there, and like I reconnected with this girl. First thing she says was like she thinks you're really funny. She loves UmmaNola
Me?
account. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Thank
She's
you
like,
so much.
이거 또 되게 좋아하는 거 좋아. But like I was rethinking again, and for her, she went through a lot, to be honest. She just said, in light of all that she was going through, you brought a lot of joy. And when I heard that, it really, it made me happy. It really did. It's like a different type of joy.
That makes me so happy. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it was really, really good. And I haven't talked to her for like, I don't even, more than 20 years, And so we just grabbed coffee, but it was very, very, very good. 잘하고 있다고. 그리고 hopefully our UmmaNola community one by one, feels that, I think a lot of people also really do love our friendship, and it's not, oh, I need more Jihye, on UmmaNola. I don't think that's what it is. I think they just love our dynamic and seeing.
No, some people have told me I want to see more content of Jihye's life in Korea. And I say, yeah, thank you. I'm like, you're going to get what you're going to get.
아유 웃겨. 근데 I think 잘하고 있는 것 같아. Whatever we're doing, so.
We're doing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. Yeah, that was good. If I was there at your surgery when you're getting rolled off, like I've watched it in Korean dramas, I would be playing 가지마 떠나지마. But anyways,
Yeah.
you could probably request some good music right before they knock you out.
I might actually do that.
Yeah, you should, because surgeons usually have like a certain playlist. And they could turn it off as soon as you knock out, which is going to take like 60 seconds.
Yeah.
But I think like, oh, can we turn on this music? I feel a little, that's going to make me feel better. 그렇지. So what's a song? What's a song? What is the song that you would want to hear? This is the final question.
Oh my gosh, I can't. You're putting me on the spot. There's so many in my mind.
Like, are you gonna go Christian or are you gonna go ballad? Which one's it gonna
But
be?
those are the two options that was in my head: Christian or ballad.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
I would actually do Dio Simple Joys.
Go.
Oh.
Oh, like a happy song? Happy song?
Yeah, a happy song.
Dun, dun,
Like
dun.
ballady, but sound.
Dun, dun,
yeah.
dun.
Yeah,
Dun,
that's what
dun,
I would go.
dun. I don't know what I
That
would
one, or
do.
you know the one right before that one. What's that?
Oh, you mean like Once Time?
Oh,
Yeah,
Once
yours
Time,
is
Once Time.
dun, dun, da, 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 dun, da, 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 da,
맞아, 맞아.
da, da.
So those would be my two picks.
A nice
bad, right?
medium tempo.
그렇지. 맞아, 맞아. Did I satisfy your question?
That's good. It's very you. It's very you.
맞아.
Happy, positive, glass half full. Yeah. So, well, if you pray, please pray for Jia's surgery to go well, which means I have to post this in the next 3 days.
Yo,
So,
don't you worry. I always finish my part. You know,
that's
we
what
might
I
have to
worry.
think
I
about.
worry I'm the problem. Maybe you should just post it
Yeah,
and
I'm
then
gonna
like
start
just make it
posting it.
live. Just make it live
맞아.
and then I'll be like, oh my God, it looks so bad. Let me add the thumbnail. Do you know what I mean?
그렇지. 그렇게 해야 돼. 맞아. I already thought about that.
그냥 그렇게 해줘. Yeah, that puts some pressure on me because 우리 지혜 기도해줘야지.
그렇지. 야, 통성 기도로 가. 오케이. 하려면은. Anyway.
Well, it's time to go. Okay. Bye everyone. See ya.
Bye bye.